Hey there, I'm out in my bungalow, and I had this idea that I wanted to use for displaying a few of my vintage Valentines. Actually, I only have three. I had shared with you once before about a couple that used to keep me in the summers, and I would send them Valentines, and when they had both passed away, his sister-in-law sent me the Valentines that he had kept while when I sent them to him. He kept them all these years, and I just love them. They're really special to me because he kept them. I was gonna do them with the wire like I did my Thanksgiving place setters. For instance, like this, and then you put the picture or the name of the card in it. But I can't find my thick wire, and like I always say, you make do with what you've got. So I thought and thought, and it occurred to me I have a bunch of skewers that I had bought to make for my granddaughter to make some fruit kebabs, I guess. I don't know. We just cut up fruit and put on them, and anyway, I had a bunch of those left. So, and I remembered I had this little jar of those little tiny clothespins, like so. So I decided, why couldn't I cut some of them off and glue the clothespin on there, and it could hold a Valentine. And since I have three, I had these three little white pictures that I've collected. I have this one, and then this one. And it's made me want to start collecting old cards. My mom used to always keep every Christmas card she got. She had some friends that sent really unique Christmas cards, and she just couldn't bear to throw them out. I can remember years ago she called me and she said, I've decided I can throw them out. Anyway, she put them out by the trash for the trash people to pick up, and she called me again later and said, if that trash truck doesn't get here in the next half hour, I think I'm going to have to go back out there and get them. I know how that is, since once I donated some things to Goodwill, then I went to the Goodwill and I saw some of my things there. I bought them. I don't know, it's crazy, but I just couldn't stand it. I'm going to put a card on each one of these skewers, put it in one of the little pictures, and then I'll put greenery in. Some of my greenery I couldn't really push it down into the floral foam I have in there. So I cut off the pointed end of my skewer, put a little glue on it, and I had pulled the greenery off the stem, so now I'm sticking the stem. Okay, here's one that I did. I don't know if I need to put a ribbon on it or not. I'll figure that out shortly. And this one being the widest here, I'm going to use the wider card and put my my skewers down into the foam like so. And then I've got this larger card because it unfolds, and I'm going to put it here. Like that. Got a little bit more greenery to stick in. And it looks like that. Still on the fence about a ribbon or not. I have my final one. And I've got my skewer cut. I'm gonna put some greenery in it, which helps to keep it standing up. Okay, I got my greenery stuck in my last one. I'm going to put my Valentine in, and it looks like that. I've got them all done, and I know where I'm going to sit them. I'm going to sit them on a box that's on my mantle, and I think it'll look good. I had this little picture he saved too. I wonder if I should stick it in there as well. That might be kind of funny. Let's do it. There's the one with my picture. I just realized I did all that without my microphone on, so I hope you heard it. I wanted to make some little hearts to make a garland for my mantle, but my fabric I had that was red and white was red and really white, stark white, and I wanted to look a little more vintage as the rest of my home looks. So I just made up some tea in my coffee maker. That's why we make our tea. And I didn't dilute it after I made the tea. And I poured it in my tea jug. You can tell I've had it a long time, back when cows were all the rage. And I just put my fabric down in there, and I'm going to let it soak, and then it'll look darker and more primitive. I used to do this when I made pillows all the time. The part that I stitched on, I would tea stain the fabric. This is, I don't have a before and after. I can't believe I didn't do that. But before I did this was bright red, and those spots were white as this poster board that I have everything on, just real white. And that's when I put it in my tea and soaked it and then ironed it dry. And now I'm going through and stuffing them. I'm doing it an easy way. I'm just gonna use my glue gun for this. Just run the glue around the edge. Wrong sides together. I'm using fiberfill to stuff these hearts lightly. I probably could have stuffed it with a lot less, but earlier on, if I'd have realized. I'll have to pull off all the glue strings and trim off any of the fiberfill that's sticking out. This one I did like that. And I like just one more. I have all my hearts made. Few different fabrics. And on the back, I just took some bias tape that I've had for years and just made a little loop and then just glued it on the back with my glue gun. And I have my mantle is 8 feet, but I'm not going to make my garland the whole 8 feet, but I did cut off enough jute in case I choose to make it longer than I'm thinking. I have some buffalo check ribbon. It's got the wire in it, and I don't want the wire, so I'm pulling it out. Ribbon. I have red and off-white, different widths of ribbon. And I didn't want to use white because it would just not look good up against this color of the hearts. Now I've just cut off a length, oh, it's probably about 8 inches. And I'm just going through and I'm going to tie these two. I finished the garland, and it's kind of plain and simple, but that's really kind of the look I was going for. I had 3 of the little hearts left over, so I'll just use them. I'll lay them in a basket or something. But for now, I'm going to take it inside and we'll hang it up. There it is. It's okay, considering I usually don't decorate for Valentine's. I hung my garland, Valentine garland up, and I kind of decorated my mantle a little bit for Valentine's, so I thought I would just share that. There's the project we did. And I just put these butter crocks I kind of collected here and there on that wooden shelf. And this side's the one I really had trouble with. I just couldn't think what to put. There's a antique ice bucket, that glass one. I just put some candles in that, and I put my leftover hearts in the lace heart I have. And over here, I put the little match thing that you hang on the wall with matches in it. That was my husband's family's. And I figured it fits in here. You might strike a match to start the fireplace. And then I put the little angel my best friend gave me recently. And I stuck those on books just to raise them up a little. And then there's my garland. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. Thank you for watching. Bye.